there friends, this is Sherry with Stamped Treasures. Welcome to this week's video. I've got a fun project to share with you using paper bags. If you're anything like me, you love to collect paper bags and, well, collect them, save them from different purchases and stuff. And I've got a variety of sizes here. The idea that I share today will work with any size. So it's just this little pop-up pocket made out of a paper bag, and I'll share more about how I'm using them in a little bit. But okay, so for today's video, I'm going to use this. So this is about a lunch bag size. Like I said, it doesn't matter what size you use. I do have a sample made with this size as well that I'll share with you. The one that I just shared with you is a little bit smaller of a paper bag like this. You can also use like a gift bag like this, even if it's printed, because most of it gets covered over anyways. All right, so we're gonna take this one and we're gonna start by, so you want the bottom of the bag facing up, and we're just gonna cut straight across here. You can use a paper trimmer. I just like to use scissors, and you're just gonna cut right even with that bottom bit. So it's like this, okay? This you can set aside. I'll share some ideas on what you can do with that afterwards, because if you've followed me for a while, you know that I don't like to waste. Okay, so this is the bottom of the bag. You're going to flip it over so that the bottom of the bag is down and the opening is on the right-hand side. Okay, that's very important. Okay, and then we're going to, actually, we can go ahead and we're going to do some measuring. So I'm going to measure mine, and I encourage you to measure it each time, because even if you use the same paper bags from the same package, your sizes might be slightly off depending on your pocket, okay? So I'm going to use some papers that I pulled out. These are Stampin' Up papers. They're called Everyday Essentials, and I love the patterns in this. So I've got 3 different patterns. You can choose to use all the same pattern if you want. You can use 3 different ones. You can use 2 different ones. It's up to you. But what we need to do is we need to measure this. So this measures about 3 3/8. So I'm going to take off 1/8 of an inch so that I have a little bit of a border. You can cut it exactly the same size if you want. So I'm going to cut it 3 1/4. And then the height is 5 1/4. So I'm going to do 5 1/8. And then you also want to measure this bit here. And it's usually the same size. Each one of these, you can measure both. I'm just going to go ahead with the same size. So this measures 1 1/2. I'm going to cut it 1 3/8 by, this is usually a little shorter. So this is just shy of 5 1/8. So I'm going to cut it 5 inches, and I need 2 of these ones. Okay, but again, don't go by those measurements. You'll want to measure depending on what size your bag is. And just to give you an idea, this particular bag, I should have measured it before I cut it apart. It is about 5 3/8 by 11. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the size. Okay, so let's set this aside. I'll grab my paper trimmer. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is going to be my cover. No, this is going to be my cover. So I pulled out some scraps. So this happens to be the right height. I just need to cut it the right width. So I want to cut it at 3 1/4. Okay, so that is going to be for the outside. And then I'm going to use this as one of the ones for the inside. So I need 1 3/8. Let's just make sure it's the right. Yeah, it's long enough. So cut it at 5 inches, and by 1 3/8. This is such a beautiful pattern paper. I love this particular pattern. All right, and then we need another little scrap. I didn't have any scraps big enough for this to do that narrow little bit. So we'll just cut it off of this bigger piece. So 1 3/8. I want my stripes going horizontally, and then by 5 inches. Okay. So now we've got our pieces. We can go ahead and adhere them. Okay, so again, make sure that your back is your bottom is at the bottom, is face down, and then your opening is on the right-hand side. And that's important at this point because you want to make sure that if you're using directional papers, that your directions are going, or your patterns are going in the right direction. And I'm just going to use multi-purpose glue that I have in a fine tip bottle. So of course, if you like to distress or ink around the edges, you would do that before you apply your adhesive. And you do want to be fairly generous with this, with your adhesive. So I'm going to put that on there like that so that I have a relatively even border. If you like things to be perfect, this is probably not the project for you because it doesn't matter how well you cut this, the paper bags are not perfect. So they'll often be wrinkled, and I've tried to straighten them and they will not straighten nicely. So just go with it. All right, so I'll add adhesive to this one. It's time for a refill, I think. I will have a full list of supplies that I've used in the description below. But you can really use anything that you have in your stash to do this. And this is a great project to just kind of pull out a paper bag and grab your scrap bin and use your scraps. Okay, and then this is going to go in here. Again, be mindful of the direction. I just find it easier to kind of put in like this. And I worry more about this edge rather than what the border is like on the inside, because you're not really going to see the inside too well. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We've got our pocket there. Now we need some sort of pull tab to give people the idea that they need to pull it in order to open it. So let's see, and I did not pull out, let's see what pattern scraps we've got here. I don't like that together. I think I'm going to grab some Lost Lagoon cardstock. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so I've got a scrap of cardstock here. I am going to use this tab punch. Now, if you have a die that will cut out a tab, you can use that for sure. I am going to score at 1 inch, and you'll see why I do that in a second. So I'm just scoring at 1 inch, and then I'm going to cut it at 2 inches. And then I'm just going to fold this and use my bone folder, make sure it's nice and crisp. And then I'm going to slide it in here, and my fold is at the top. And I'm just going to put my fold so that it is just, I don't want it to cut out the top. So I can see just a little bit of a gap right across there. And then this is a double layer of cardstock, so it's a little stiff. Let's tuck this in and get this scrap out. Okay. And then we've got a tab that opens. And you can do that with DSP as well, but it does not have to be a tab. If you've got a die cut tab, if you want it to look the same on both sides, you can just die cut 2 of them and stick them together. And then I'm going to add some adhesive. And again, you want to be really generous with this adhesive because this is what people are going to be pulling to open your box. Okay, so here, this is the opening. We're going to put it on this piece here. So this little flap here. So I'm going to put it, you put it wherever you want, up at the top, at the bottom, in the middle. And then I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive. And this little flap here, you want to make sure that you lift that up. You don't want to stick that down, and then push it down like that. Okay, and I'll show you how it works in a minute. We're just going to let that sit so that it sticks. Okay, and then I've pulled out some of these gilded wings accents. So we're going to use some butterflies to decorate here. So these are actually gold. So you can see here, this is just the back of them. I'm going to use this one, and this one matches as well. Let's use this one. So there's all these, all of them are just gold. Some of them have details, some of them are just solid. You can use them by layering them like I'm going to do, or you can use them on their own. So that looks good just like it is. It looks even better when it's layered with the detail. But first we got to poke out all of these little pieces. So these little pockets, you can use them as gift card holders. You can use them in your journals. If you make journals or mini albums, you can use them to store some ephemera or memorabilia. If you're doing like a travel journal or from some special occasion, extra photos, depending on how big they are. And I will share a couple ways that I have used them. I do find them easier to use if you attach them to something. So I'll go into more detail in a little bit. I should have popped this out before, but let's just get this done. Okay, I think we got most of the pieces out. We'll just slide that off to the side. Okay, so we've got that. I do feel like we should add a little bit more on here. Let's see what other scraps I have. I've got this. Let's do this. Add a little bit of color on that front. So we're going to do this. I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to just do a pencil line. I tell you, since I've started doing some junk journaling and kind of really using my scraps and just really focused on what I have, I find it's really quite freeing. I find things don't need to be perfect anymore. All right, put some adhesive on here. We'll put this across, kind of about in the middle, maybe a little closer to the top. And then we can adhere our butterflies. I'm just going to curl them a little bit. This is like, it's a little bit heavier. Well, maybe it's about cardstock weight. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there in the center because I want these to kind of pop up just to give them a little bit of dimension. And then on this one, I'm going to put a little bit in the center and then just a little ways up, just because there's not a whole lot there. And this one lines up perfectly. You can obviously use a smaller one. They can be 2 different sizes. And we'll finish this off with some of these gems. These are shimmering dots. I'm going to use the white ones. Put this here. You can obviously make this as elaborate as you'd like. You could add some ribbon. You could add a greeting across the top. Okay, so the way this works is you pull it like this. And like I said, it's easier when it's stuck down. You'll see when I have it stuck on the other projects. And then you've got all that room to fill things in. So you can tuck in some ephemera. You could tuck in a gift card. You could even make a smaller version of a card and stick that in there. But it's super quick and easy to make and a great project. I'll show you some examples in a minute, but first, remember I said that don't throw this away because you can use it. So if you fold this in half like this, it can actually be a journal cover. So you can fold some pages inside here. You've got a pocket here, you've got a pocket here, and then you can decorate it. So that's what I did with this one here. So this uses the same supplies, and this journal was actually made using the leftover piece of paper bag. I've got a little thing for some journaling in here. I used a piece of pattern paper and then just some grid paper that I had. I used some pink twine to stitch it together, tied a bow. And then here is a smaller version of this one. So this size, this was created using this size bag. And this is a bag that Stampin' Up carried at one point. I'm not sure how old it was, but it was in my stash. And so when you pull the tab, it opens up and you've got a little pocket in there. So you could tuck a gift card in there. And then here I just have an index card that I've tucked in there. So that is what you can do with paper bags. So let me share a couple other examples. So this one here, when you open it up, you can see that there's a gift card in there. And then this one, you would just close it like this. And I created a belly band to go around this. And there is a little gift idea. So you can see how much easier it is when it's attached to something. Otherwise, it would be hard for somebody to open it knowing that they kind of have to hold it like this. Whereas if it's attached, here's another one. Set this aside, slide the belly band off. When it's attached, it's quite easy to open up. And so I've got some little bits of ephemera in there. Okay. All right. So I hope that that gave you an idea of how you can dig into your stash, use some bits and pieces, and pull out maybe some paper bags that you've kind of been storing along or saving for a special project. Oh, here is this is the leftover piece. So this part of the paper bag that I used on this one. So I just added some blank paper in there, just put it to use rather than wasting it. All right. I do have another idea for using paper bags. I will link this video in the description, but this is creating like a little journal with the entire paper bag itself. So some of it's cut at the top, but you can kind of see how it's folded over. This is the bottom of the bag, folded like this, and then folded like this. All right, so I will link to this video if you're interested in seeing how this is made in the description below. So I hope you guys are inspired to pull out some paper bags and some of your paper scraps and try one of these pop-up paper bag pockets. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you are not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Take care.